Hi, welcome to the Worthy Physician Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Sapna Shah Haq, a board-certified internal medicine physician. Keep life simple. You are human. You are worthy. Remember what matters to you. Our goal is to help physicians remember this and to make it a reality through addressing various components of physician burnout via podcast. This is meant to be used as a tool to help guide physicians. It does not take place of professional medical help. Opinions reflected in this are my own. What are some lessons learned over the last few episodes of this podcast? Number one, I believe physician burnout is real. It's multifactorial. And each physician, each person is going to approach this differently. I think it depends on where you are in life, what you expect out of life, and I don't mean that in the wrong way. Some of us have expectations of achieving things academically. Others, it might be in other realms of the profession, whether it be clinical or non-clinical. It's interesting, I read a post on quote-unquote med Twitter that a patient could not afford a surgery because of the patient could not afford the deductible. And there were comments encouraging the surgeon to do it for free, but not attacking the insurance and the exuberant cost of healthcare. For some reason, the public thinks that all that rests on the back of physicians. And that's a big responsibility to take on when it's absolutely not true. I think we as physicians need to teach the lay people that that is not, believe me, we don't see that. It's the healthcare system of venture capitalists, some places CEO bonuses, as well as the insurance companies that really, really do drive the cost. That's oversimplifying it, of course. The system needs to change. I'd like to see doctors organize like the nurses do. I think the American Medical Association, ACP, emergency medicine, I think some of the organizations are trying, but we need to get more steam power. Physicians are not very good at organizing. Why? I'm not too sure. Maybe, like everything else, somebody else will do that. Or maybe we as physicians might have imposter syndrome of, I can't do that. That's out of the scope of my practice. But I think we need to have that at the heart of our daily goals. Having said that, I've learned things from each interview I've done. I know that when I sat down with Larry, Dr. Bicker's widower, even though time passes, loss is still there. I understand somewhat the pathology of maybe how somebody gets to suicidal ideation. And I say that very loosely because I've never been there, so I don't truly understand. But I can see how somebody would get there. We have to talk about mental illness. We have to talk about being human. We have to talk about how it's okay to get help. I think with Dr. Ta, it was beautiful in the sense that she was very open with the fact that she does take care of her mental health. I think it's very great to say what you mean and mean what you say and not be so passive-aggressive or beat around the bush. That leaves a lot of guessing. Don't be mean about it, but be direct. Also, know when to cut back. Know when to cut back your hours. Know that it is okay. And if somebody else tries to comment on it, they're not paying your bills. So who cares? When I sat down and I talked with Dr. Hampton, this is a person that has gone through some life changes, has had great losses on a personal level. How she maintains her resilience, I am unsure, except she is very okay with who she is. She's very comfortable. And a lot of that has comes from the upbringing of embracing being different, embracing change. And one thing that I love that Marquise said is that it's not over. If it's not getting better, it's not over. Meaning, I can get up and I can change not everything in life, but I can discern what I have change over and change what I can. One thing I love about the Serenity Prayer is that it exactly acknowledges that. I can't change people around me. Well, I can't change the people around me, but the people that are around me, I cannot change their attitude. I can maybe influence, try to point out some of the positive things, but I can definitely change how I react to that person. I can change how I interact with that person, whether it's maximum, minimum, keep it professional, keep it positive. But if the person is toxic, I will avoid that individual. And there's always a reason to get up and be positive and try to at least be kind. Everybody is struggling with something, whether it's the loss of a loved one, uncertainty about something we may or may not understand. Some of the battles that we fight as physicians, as people, are silent. Kindness goes a long way. So forget about trying to be the smartest person in the room. Sometimes being the kindest person in the room goes a long way. Hopefully, throughout these interviews, you've been able to identify with one or 2 points, knowing that you're not alone as a physician, as a healthcare worker, or if you're non-clinical, non-medical, this would apply to you as well. We're all humans. We all struggle. Everybody has their story. Everybody's story is different. But I think if we look at what draws us together, everybody struggles with something on their own level. It makes us able to connect. It makes us human. So as we come to the close of the year 2021, let's focus on 1 or 2 things maybe we can change in 2022 to make it better. And again, it's what we have control over. And I'm talking about 1 or 2 realistic things. I'm not talking about New Year goals. And as the year closes, take some time out for yourself. It's okay if you need that permission. Self-care is not selfish. Take care. Thank you for joining us today. This concludes the podcast. Subscribe, tell a friend, follow us at www.theworthyphysician.com. Remember, you are worthy, you are human. Take care.
Start again the second time around, the second time.